Good afternoon. I'm Steve Jurens with your live Northeast Radio SD News for Monday, January 12th, 2026. Your news this hour is brought to you by Angel's Attic Thrift Store, the Watertown Mall. Follow them on Facebook for sneak peeks of new and in-stock items and sales. Remember, when you shop local at Angel's Attic Thrift Store, proceeds are donated to over 20 nonprofit organizations. A Watertown woman is facing a first-degree attempted murder charge following a stabbing incident that left a man with life-threatening injuries Sunday afternoon. According to a media release from the Watertown Police Department, officers were called to Prairie Lakes Hospital at approximately 1:47 p.m. on January 11th after a 30-year-old male was dropped off at the emergency room with a stab wound to the chest. Medical staff determined the victim's injuries were severe and life-threatening. During the initial investigation, officers learned the stabbing occurred at the residence in Southwest Watertown. Police have identified the suspect as 27-year-old Melody Harless of Watertown. Investigators stated that Harless and the victim are known to one another. The department believes the stabbing was an isolated incident and emphasized that there is no ongoing threat to the public. Harless was arrested and transported to the Cottington County Detention Center without incident. She is currently being held without bond on a charge of attempted murder in the first degree. The Watertown Police Department was assisted in the investigation by the Cottington County Sheriff's Office and the South Dakota Highway Patrol. Authorities are encouraging anyone with information related to the case to contact the Watertown Police Department, 605-882-6210. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The South Dakota Game Fish and Parks Commission is considering a major change for Lake Albert following formal requests from 8 local landowners. The commission has proposed removing the waterfowl refuge status from their private properties. Currently, this designation prevents these owners from allowing hunting on their land, despite frequent requests from local hunters. If approved, the move would restore complete control of hunting access to the property owners. Other statewide proposals include a no-wake zone for Iron Creek Lake and updates to the 2026 Hunt for Habitat raffle packages. Residents have until March 1st to submit public comments before the commission meets again in Pierre on March 5th. The Watertown Police Department took time this week to honor its finest at their annual awards banquet. Corporal Austin Nelson was named Officer of the Year for his exceptional mentorship and professionalism. Other major honors went to Sergeant Trevor Barthel as Supervisor of the Year and Sig Sievertson as Direct Detective of the Year. The evening also highlighted heroic efforts with life-saving awards presented to 9 individuals for actions ranging from reversing overdoses to rescuing a newborn. Notably, officers Caden Yurkovic and Taylor Meertens received the Medal of Valor for risking their lives in freezing water during a submerged vehicle rescue this past November. The South Dakota Highway Patrol is calling on the public for help following a fatal hit and run early this month near Humboldt. Investigators are searching for a red Freightliner Cascadia semi-truck model year 2018 to 2023, which is notably missing its passenger side headlight. The vehicle was last seen traveling southbound on I-29 near 41st Street in Sioux Falls shortly after the 2:13 a.m. crash on January 3rd. Authorities are asking anyone with dashcam footage or information from the I-90 or I-29 corridors between 2 or 3 a.m. that morning to contact the District 2 office immediately. Jeremiah Peacemaker has filed a massive 65-page federal civil rights lawsuit following his acquittal in a 2020 murder case. After spending 42 months in custody, Peacemaker is alleging a wide-ranging conspiracy involving malicious prosecution and fabricated evidence by Watertown police and state officials. The complaint alleges that investigators acted on a hunch rather than on forensic evidence and allegedly suppressed exemplary evidence. The lawsuit names dozens of defendants, including current and former police chiefs and the state attorney general. Defendants have 21 days to respond to the allegations, which seek damages for constitutional violations. The race for Hamlin County Sheriff has officially taken shape for 2026. Current Sheriff Chad Schlotterbeck announced his bid for re-election on New Year's Day, citing a continued commitment to serving residents and praising his staff's dedication over the past term. He faces a challenge from community member Isaac Sauter, who entered the race this week. Sauter's platform emphasizes community policing, stating the role is about trust and being present for the people. Both candidates are now beginning their campaigns to lead the county's law enforcement efforts into the next term. The South Dakota Simmental Association has honored Mike Teen of Teen Simmentals as the 2025 Promoter of the Year. Teen was recognized for his quiet persistence and a legacy of resilience following a year of profound personal loss, including the passing of his father, Ron. Despite these challenges, Teen has successfully grown the family herd and led the Watertown Winter Farm Show to significant growth, crediting his success to a, quote, one bite at a time, end quote, philosophy passed down from his father. Teen continues to focus on creating opportunities for the next generation of cattle producers in the region. Watertown native Allie Helly is using her personal battle with addiction to inspire a new career in human services. In a recent interview, Helly discussed her journey from a childhood shaped by parental substance abuse to her own path to sobriety. Now a psychology student at Mount Marty, Helly is already working at a local agency providing case management for families in need. She credits her success to therapy and community support, and she now advocates for early intervention to help local youth avoid the pitfalls of addiction. Her story serves as a reminder that Watertown's next generation can choose a different path. Your news this hour was brought to you by Angel's Attic Thrift Store, the Watertown Mall. Follow them on Facebook for sneak peeks at new and in-stock items and sales. Remember, when you shop local at Angel's Attic Thrift Store, the proceeds are donated to over 20 nonprofit organizations. Visit northeastradiosd.com for full news stories. Like, subscribe, and review our daily Northeast Radio SD News recap podcasts and uploaded live interviews. Sign up for our newsletter, arriving every morning at 6 a.m. With today's local and state news from Northeast Radio SD Studios in Watertown, South Dakota, I'm Steve Jurin.